Sup people, Sandymaw aka the Dragon Ghost here. I'm going to be doing a deck profile on my DarkLord Predaplant deck for the 2019 current ban list. So yeah, that should prove pretty good. Also, I would like to show off this, since obviously it fits the deck I am going to be reviewing. So yeah. As I said in my other video, this is more or less a casual channel, so this is more a casual deck than it is a competitive deck with no links, because as I said in my other video, I'm not a huge fan of links, but if you watch that other video, you'll more or less get the idea. But anyway, on to the deck profile, shall we? So please enjoy. Alright, trap lineup. We have 2 DarkLord Rebellions, quite a useful trap card, to be completely honest. We have 1 Torrential Tribute, still pretty good this format. 2 Wiretaps, actually a useful counter trap, believe it or not. 1 Jar of Avarice. And we have 2 of the Sacrifice DarkLord. Honestly, I like the trap card because, well, if you look up on the trap card, basically what it does is you send a DarkLord monster from your field or hand to the graveyard, you negate an effect, also gain life points equal to that monster's attack, so yeah, it's pretty useful. Also, we have 1 Drowning Mirror Force, and we have 2 Starlight Roads, and we also have 1 DarkLord Enchantment. Quite a useful trap card, depending on the situation. It is kind of a handy one for in a tight spot sometimes. Anywho, we also have 2 Call the Hunteds. Still a useful trap in my opinion, but still. Alright, on to the level 4 and below lineups. We have 3 Marsh Macarons. Now, I know some people will be wondering why. It's more or less for a stall, and also the fact it has annoyed a lot of people. Believe it or not, this thing can be annoying if you know how more or less the mechanic for it works. If it's destroyed by battle or card effect, you get the special summon up to 2 of the same card from either your deck, hand, or graveyard. It's actually pretty useful. Yep, deck and no graveyard, just confirming that, but yeah, it's a pretty useful card. And also we have 2 Herald of Orange Lights, really useful card, plus also the fact it's a level 2 tuner. We have 2 of this guy, which is the Predaplant Flytrap. I thought I'd take him in just to see more or less how he does. Also, I like his effect, also he's well, obviously a Predaplant for my targets and stuff. We also have 3 of this guy, which is the... I cannot pronounce its name, but basically what his effect is, he more or less just confusion summon without polymerization from either your field or your hand. Well, your field with him and either a dark monster from your field or hand, which actually is really good. Plus, if your opponent's monster has a Predaplant counter and it's a dark, you can probably use that as well, which is quite useful for that. Also, we have 2 of this guy, which is the DarkLord. The mini DarkLord, I'll class him as that for now. But yeah, sorry if I can't pronounce some of these names. Some of them are quite hard for me to pronounce. Also, we have 2 of the Predaplant Scorpios. Quite a useful card for the combos I've pulled with this, so yeah. Now, on to the spells. We have 1 Raigeki, which is obviously a staple. We have 2 of the Banishment of the Darklords. Now, I know most people run 3. I found 2 is probably enough for the current build I'm running, so more or less I prefer 2 right now. We have 1 Valhalla, Hall of the Fallen. I did run 2 at one point, but I found 1's probably enough for now, because it's more of a tech card than anything right now. So yeah. We also have 2 Fusion Recycling Plants. Such a good card. I mean, the combos I pulled with this is pretty amazing, because I mean, you can get like polymerization from either your your graveyard or your deck, which is really nice. Also got other effects, but yeah. Also, we have 1 Super Polymerization, just more or less for tech, which you'll see when it comes to the extra deck. Also, we have 2 trade-ins for, well, obvious reasons. We have 1 Polymerization. Now, the reason I run 1 is because of the Fusion Recycling Plant. I found I only need to run 1 because I can recycle it with Fusion Recycling Plant, which is really fun and really useful. So, yeah, that's the reason I only run 1. Also, we have 2 DarkLord contracts. Now, I know maybe some prefer to run 3, but I found 2 really does work well for this deck, so that's the reason more or less I run 2 of it. So, yeah. Also, I run 1 Monster Reborn. So, yeah. Alright, on to the Tribute lineup. We have 1 Dark Creator. I like him because he's more or less a tech card, plus his effect, banish a dark, special summon a dark, an old favorite of mine. So he's pretty good in that aspect. Plus he's a level 8 you can use for trading, so basically useful utility. Also, we have 2 of this one, which is the, I can't pronounce her name, sorry, but yeah, we got 2. I know most run 3, but I find 2 is enough for this current build. Also, we run 2 of this guy. Now, if I don't pronounce the names of them, it's because I find them hard to pronounce, and I'm not used to their names, so please bear with me on that. Also, we run 2 DarkLord Zeratos. I really like this card because one of the combos I can run with this card, also with Dark Creator. Also, it's pretty fun to use with its effect, and also it's pretty good for that. Also, we run 3 DarkLord Superbias, kind of staple, I suppose, for most decks. Either that or you could run 2, either one. I also run 2 DarkLord Morningstars. I like this card because of its effect, plus also the fact I find he's very useful. So, he's been very useful for most situations. Anyway, on to the extra deck. We have 1 Gimmick Puppet Giant Grinder. Quite useful for getting rid of some of the pesky exceeds and stuff. We also have 1 Number 23. Quite useful for its main effect, and also you can attack directly with it, which is pretty good. Also, I run 2 of the Predaplant Chimera, I think it's called. If I get the name wrong, I do apologize, but honestly, I like this card because of its main effects, plus also it's got a utility effect for when it goes to grave, so useful for that. I also run 1 of this one as well. I'm more or less trying them out because I like his effect, plus the fact I think he's a decent fusion, and personally. But for now, I'm just running the 1 just to try him out. I also run 2 Starving Venom Fusion Dragons. So yeah. I run Tachyon Dragon, which is the number 107, more or less. Reason I run him is there's a card I run also that I usually go into with this, so that's the reason why I run him. Plus he's a rank 8, so I can go into him easily. Also I run 1 Gustav Max, mostly because there's another reason for it. 1, I do have level 10s I can overlay into this, so I can burn for 2,000. Plus there's another reason, which I'll get into when I go further into the extra, so yeah. I also run 2 Leo of the Sacred Tree. Honestly, I like him because also I run the Herald of Orange Light, when I go into like the Suburbia, get him, then I can synchro into this. So more or less he's useful for that. Plus his effect's pretty good, and he's a free 1 beat stick. Also, I run 2 Greedy Venom Fusion Dragons. I honestly like this card. I did run him at 3, but since the new Predaplant Fusion came out, I figured might as well take one out and put in 2 of these. So I still like this card at 2 because of its effect, plus it's a pretty decent monster in my opinion. Also, we have 1 Galaxy-Eyes Full Armor Voltron Dragon. Now, like I said with Tachyon, this is the reason I run it for that. Because also, you get to pop a card, which is honestly really good. I think it's more or less a face-up card, but it's still really useful. Plus, it's 4,000 beat stick. And also, the other reason I run Gustav Max is I run the Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Libby. So, honestly, I like this card because it's more or less one of those cards you can push for game. Plus, you can attack. I think all your opponent's monsters, depending on the materials it has. So, it's pretty good for that. So yeah. And yeah, that is the DarkLord Predaplant deck profile. I hope you all enjoy it. If you do, please leave a like. And if you're new, subscribe and click the notification bell to more or less get more notifications of when I make a deck profile and stuff. So yeah, I'll try and get some more videos if I can. Just if I've got enough time. So yeah, look forward to that, or I might make some other videos depending on how it goes. Anyway, I better go. So later guys, this is Sandy Miller, aka the Dragon Duelist, signing off. Laters.